Hi, my name is Craig Sawicki, and I am currently a communications major here at Curry College. Recently, I did a study about the history of radio and the history of Boston radio. Radio really didn't arrive on the scene until the 1920s. Some of the first radio stations include KDKA Pittsburgh and 9XM University of Wisconsin. During the 20s, innovators made improvements to benefit the listeners, one of these being the Radio Act of 1927. This act was a reassign of the stations to clear frequencies. By doing this, it will make the radio stations operate in the public's interest. The real booming of radio came during the Great Depression. During this time, the people, considering the circumstances going on economically, turned to the radio for more comfort. In 1937, W1XOJ became the first Massachusetts FM station. Boston's all-time legendary station in radio history has been WBCN 1041. Throughout the years, WBCN has shifted between alternative and rock since the 1960s. The rock and roll band The Police gave WBCN credit for their success, considering WBCN was the first station in the United States to play their song Roxanne. During the 90s, WBCN was one of the top-rated alternative stations in the United States, even though their competitor WFNX 101.7 was right there with them, but never could be number one. Boston was also known for their home of America's most legendary top 40 stations during the 1960s, WRKO. In the 90s, Boston continually received ratings that brought them top of the charts. Some of these stations included WBZ, WJMN, WXKS-FM, WBCN, WRKO AM. In 1996, Boston was one of the first markets to experience the wave of the Telecommunication Act. The Telecommunication Act of 1996 was the first major telecommunications law in almost 62 years. When the FCC did this, their goal is to let anyone enter any communications business and let those communication businesses compete in a market against any other station. This obviously caused conflict because everyone all of a sudden was looking to get the edge over the competitor. When looking at the history of sports talk radio, the two longest competing stations are 98.5 The Sports Hub and 93.7 WEEI. Tune into my next video because I will be comparing WEEI and 98.5 The Sports Hub.